Speaker, kung itiya man ang cast sa Alma Trial second reading vote, may solamia.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up.
Strangely, as the RAF Tornado crew approached the Iraqi target, the wall of anti-aircraft artillery wasn't their biggest problem, nor was it enemy fighters. As the number 4 aircraft in a 4-ship formation on its way to attack an Iraqi airfield as part of Operation Desert Storm, the mission had already been a little rocky. The formation ahead of them had lost one Tonka when it crashed into the ground, and another had been forced to turn back due to a malfunction. Then, a surface-to-air missile came straight toward them. Although the Tonka crew managed to evade it by maneuvering and deploying flares, their problems were still not over. While still 2.5 miles out, they heard a loud bang from the port wing, and the aircraft suddenly pitched violently upward. Baffled by what had happened, they decided to descend, despite the fact that orange tracers from Iraqi defenses were still bouncing off of them. It wasn't until they made it safely back to base that they discovered the source of the damage. A large stork had hit their port wing. Strangely, as the RAF Tornado crew approached the Iraqi target,
Well, good morning, everyone. Seems like we've been blessed yesterday and continue to be blessed today. And good morning to everyone. Let us start. I hereby call the 13th day of the third regular session of the 23rd Congress to order. May we all rise for a moment of silent prayer. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abella Alfonso,
Cecilia Mang, amen.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian,
Amen.
Senator Figueroa, Senator Colin, Senator Conman, Floor Leader Lawrence, Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo, Senator Urusmal, Speaker Moses.
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, 10 members are present.
With that, we have a quorum to transact business. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is item 4, reading of the journal.
Good morning.
Floor Leader, you have the floor.
Good morning, Speaker and members. I move that we dispense with the reading of the journal.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress dispense with the reading of the journal. Discussion? No discussion, no objection. We will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress is now dispensed with the reading of the journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on item number 5, Presidential Communications. We are in receipt of numbers 23-223 and number 23-224.
Members take note. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Item 6, FSM Supreme Court Communications. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 7, Member Communications, none. Item 8, Departmental Communications, none, Mr. Speaker. Item 9, agency or governmental authority communications, none, Mr. Speaker. Item 10, state communications, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker. Item 11, state Supreme Court communications, none also, Mr. Speaker. Item 12, municipal or town communications, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker. And item 13, foreign government communications, we have one, and it's number 23-54.
Next item.
Item 14, miscellaneous communications. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Order of the day.
Under order of the day, we have item 15, standing committee reports. The first standing committee report under the said item is standing committee report number 23-51 on congressional resolution number 23-102 from your Committee on Education for adoption.
Chairman Rusmal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move for the adoption of the said report.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-51. Discussion. If no objection, question has been called for, and no objection. We will vote on the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 23-51. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-51. Next report, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Standing Committee Report number 23-52 on Congressional Bill number 23-11 from your Committee on Health and Social Affairs for adoption.
Madam Chair Conman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning to you and members. I move for adoption of Standing Committee Report number 23-52.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-52. Discussion? Any discussion?
Speaker.
Vice Speaker, you have the floor.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. After reviewing the said report, I noticed that during the hearing, there are some recommendations that we, the members, proposed but not reflected in this report. So I wish the proponent of this bill or the report could look into how it can be addressed, but otherwise I'm okay to proceed with the passage of the report.
Thank you, Vice Speaker. Any further discussion? If none, and no objection, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-52. Next report, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, please disregard the awaiting list number 23-16 for standing committee reports awaiting the 24 hours requirement.
Thank you. Members, please take note. Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on item 16, special committee reports. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on item 17. For assignment of measures and communications, please refer to referral sheet number 23-37.
Members, chairs, please take note. Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on item 18, unfinished business. We have a few resolutions, and the first one is on Congressional Resolution number 23-37 for adoption. CR number 23-37 is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Mrs. Sina N. Lawrence to serve as a member of the Board of Trustees of the FSM Trust Fund of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Short recess. Let's go back. We are on unfinished business, and the main motion before we went into recess was for the withdrawal and placement of Congressional Resolution number 23-37, CR number 23-60, CR 23-62, and CR number 23-67. I believe we're still on discussion of those resolutions for placement.
Speaker,
Yes,
move
Chairman
for the
Beer.
previous question.
If no objection, we will vote on the placement of the said resolutions. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress is now placed on resolution calendar CR number 23-37, CR 23-60, CR 23-62, CR 23-67 on today's resolution calendar for action. Next, unfinished business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Resolution number 23-60 for adoption, CR number 23.
Short recess, short recess.
Right now, those resolutions are on the resolution calendar.
Let's go back. Congress is back in session. Chief Clerk, any more unfinished business?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As of now, we do not have any more unfinished business.
Thank you. Next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're on item number 19 now, bill calendar. The first bill under the bill calendar is Congressional Bill number 23-11 CD1 for first reading. CB number 23-11 CD1 is a bill for an act to further amend Title 54 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia annotated as amended by creating a new Chapter 11 to prohibit the importation and exportation of nicotine delivery systems, including e-cigarettes, into the Federated States of Micronesia for commercial activity, to provide the Secretary of the Department of Finance and Administration with enforcement and regulation authority, to provide the Secretary of the Department of Finance and Administration with the authority to seize nicotine delivery systems at FSM ports of entry and require disposal and/or proper storage of seized nicotine delivery systems, and to require record keeping on seized, disposed, and/or stored nicotine delivery systems for 6 years and for other purposes.
Madam Chair Gunman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. I make a motion to defer CP number 23-11 till next session for further hearing. So move.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress defers its action on CB number 23-11 to the next session of Congress. Any discussion? No objection. We will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now deferred its action on CB number 23-11 CD1 till the next session of Congress. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 23-70 CD1 for second and final reading. CB number 23-70 CD1 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 19-124 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 19-133, 19-140, 19-150, 20-05, 20-15, 20-33, 20-48, 20-63, 20-71, 20-156, 20-175, 21-22, 21-52, 21-146, 21-195, 21-213, 21-244, 22-62, and 22-111 by amending Sections 2 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotment of certain funds previously appropriated therein to fund priority infrastructure projects and other programs for Yap and Pohnpei states and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill on second and final reading.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CB number 23-70 CD1. Discussion? Any discussion?
Short recess.
Short recess.
Thank you, Speaker. I have an amendment to this proposed bill, but the lawyer just advised that there is one or two issues that he has to address for this specific bill. And so that amendment cannot be made today. And so it's really up to Chairman Figueroa what he wants to do, because I can either wait for tomorrow or wait for next session. Thank you. Yeah, it will be ready by tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's go back. Congress is back in session. We're still on discussion to CB number 23-70 CD1 for second reading.
Mr. Speaker, I move to defer action on this said bill to tomorrow's calendar.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer its action on CB number 23-70 CD1 for second reading. Discussion, objections? If none, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has deferred its action to CB number 23-70 CD1 on second reading to tomorrow's session. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Currently under the bill calendar is Congressional Bill Number 23-61 CD1 for second and final reading. CB Number 23-61 is a bill for an act to 61 CD1 is a bill for an act to amend Section 506 of Title 24 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia, annotated by putting an exemption for longline fishing in the closed area, the 12-mile area seaward of the territorial sea, not to extend beyond 24 nautical miles from the baseline from which the breadth of the territorial sea is measured, and for other purposes.
Chairman Imia.
Move for the passage on second and final reading of this bill.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second reading CB number 23-61 CD1. Discussion.
Short recess, please.
Short recess.
There was a request to the Legislative Council for help on amending the language in the bill. I'm wondering if that amendment has been made. The way the bill is languaged now, it seems like long lines may fish within the restricted zone, when in fact it is just floating long lines that have been laid and are brought into the restricted zone by current.
Consultations with the it was brought to our attention that the closure of the contiguous zone, 12 to 24 mile, was just done recently with Public Law 167 or 97, I believe. And prior to that, the contiguous zone has always been open. As a matter of fact, prior years, we used to have more than 400 long line fishing vessels that were actually doing the fishing. And as of late, we have less than 10 vessels. So per assessment, it doesn't really have any effect. What we're most concerned about is the Bersainers, where we derive 95% of our local revenue from. The 5%, it's really not that much. And also, we've learned that it's actually affecting the derivative of, or derivation of economic activities at the ports with very few long line vessels. For example, we've always encouraged the long line fishing vessels to come to port so that we can spur and generate economic activities that will translate to monetary value. But that has dissipated over time. And also for the long line, for tuna, yellowfin, it's still a sustainable species there to us. So is to allow them to fish, because that's also where we generate the most economic benefits for FSM. With Urusumal, Chairman, my good colleague and Chairman Urusumal, about this, because the concern was really whether or not it will have effect or adversely impact the commercial fishers. And according to NORMA, it won't have any effect. As a matter of fact, like I had alluded to, always open, and we never really had any problem with it. But we're trying to maximize the economic benefits that we can reap from long line vessels, not just to bring activities to the ports, but also to prevent chasing away these long liners who are always slapped with FD, penalties just for the drifting of their lines, which, by the way, they can range from 60 miles and over. Given the turbulence in the ocean and also the current situation, which is very unpredictable, that can aggravate and make that challenge even more acute. So the majority of the experts that we've talked to have supported the reopening of the contiguous zone, as it doesn't really affect commercial long line, and we are really trying to maximize our revenue therefrom. So I hope that sheds some lights as to what were some of the kind of like challenges or discussions that were at first do this move. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. We're still in recess.
I'm sorry, Speaker, I've really drifted away from the purpose of this bill, which was to provide an exemption to floating laid long lines that are currents take into and within the restricted zones. Now, what I'm hearing from Chairman Nimea is that long lines may fish within the 12-mile zone extension from the territorial 12-mile boundary. So if we don't pass this bill, it's better than us passing one that says except pole-in lines. We should not allow pole-in line ships to come within the 24-mile zone to lay their lines. But we recognize that when they lay their lines outside of the 24-mile restricted zone, that sometimes the current could shift and bring their lines into the restricted zone, and that is what this bill is trying to do, to exempt the payment of violations from such incursion into the restricted zone. But what I'm hearing from Senator Nimea is that, no, we should continue to allow long line boats to lay their lines within the 24-mile restricted zone. And I'm a bit confused here.
Mr. Speaker, if we go back, I'll make a motion make a motion to defer because I was just handed an amendment to this bill, and I think I need more time to have it digested and see what its impact would be on the proposed bill.
Okay, well, we'll go back and you make your motion. Congress is back in session. We're still on discussion of CB number 23-61, CD1 for second reading. Chairman Nimea.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to make a motion to defer action on second and final reading on this bill until tomorrow's session.
Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer its action on CB number 23-61, CD1 for second reading. Any discussion, objection? If none, we will vote on said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now dispensed or deferred its action on CB number 23-61, CD1 for second reading to tomorrow's calendar. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we do not have any more bills.
Point of privilege, Mr. Speaker.
State your point.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome our new attorney, Mr. Zachary Tayuda from the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's all give him a round of applause. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you. Yes, we are in need of staff in our legal department. So next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're on item 20 now, resolution calendar. The first resolution under the resolution calendar is Congressional Resolution number 23-102 for adoption. Please note that this is attached to Standing Committee Report number 23-51. CR number 23-102 is a resolution approving and accepting a grant in the amount of $2,564,294 from the United States Department of Education for the fiscal year 2024 under Part B of the Individual with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA, to fund the EVASM Special Education Program and its services, including all the terms and conditions of the assistance.
Chairman Urusmal.
Good morning, Speaker. Kalangan, thank you. And I so move for the adoption of the resolution.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt CR number 23-102. Discussion. Any discussion? If no further discussion and no objection, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted CR number 23-102. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Currently under the resolution calendar is Congressional Resolution number 23-111 for adoption. CR number 23-111 is a resolution ratifying the agreement under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea on the conservation and sustainable use of marine biological diversity of areas beyond national jurisdiction, or the BBNJ agreement.
Chairman Christian. It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer its action on CR number 23-111 to tomorrow's calendar. Discussion? Objections? If none, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. CR number 23-11 has been deferred to tomorrow's calendar for action. 111.
Mr. Speaker, may I be excused?
You may. We have short recess. We have these resolutions that were placed and their nominations. Tomorrow? Okay, let's go back. Congress is back in session.
Do you have any announcement?
Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Resolution number 23-37 for adoption. CR number 23-37 is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Mrs. Sina N. Lawrence to serve as a member of the Board of Trustees of the EVASM Trust Fund of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Speaker,
Floor Leader Lawrence.
I move that we stand in recess until tomorrow morning at 10.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress stands at recess until tomorrow at 10 a.m. Any objection? If none, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress stands in recess until 10 a.m. tomorrow.
So now, can we have the TV in their work so we can watch something good on it?
They're gonna lose, Kansas City. They're gonna lose.